Hey everybody, sorry, I know it's been a long time since my last video. I just started working out again, just started a new, not so much diet, but new meal plan, and I got sick. So, it's been, and my lip just finally healed from my cold sores. So, it's been a long couple weeks, but it is April now, so it's time for another garden tour. So, we're gonna start in the front garden. Let's go ahead and turn you around. So, first things, me and the kids harvested the Jerusalem artichokes. So, those are empty now. We'll have to get those planted out. I harvested one of my lemongrasses and I transplanted a bunch of these. I'm probably gonna sell most of these because the lemongrass I harvested and the lemongrass I haven't harvested are still doing really well. So I'll probably sell these because I have all of these and then that one that survived. I've got my sweet potato slips. These ones really need to go in the ground. Some more onions that need to go on the back. Some more celery that's probably too late to plant, but we'll try it anyway. Our little rooting tomatoes are still in here. These need to be planted because they're fruiting. I have aquaponic tomatoes now. Our sage is getting new growth even after it went to flower. So I'm not sure what that means yet, but we'll figure that out. Most of my starts have died. I think this is the only one that's made it, and that is the cantaloupe. The rest of them are dampening off, unfortunately. So, the pepper is happier. Look at all this fresh new green leaves. So hopefully I can keep it happy and maybe we'll actually get peppers off of this on its third year. Still have some Swiss chard on the ground. It's starting to get a little too hot for it. It's getting all wonky. And the leaves are getting smaller. So we'll probably be harvesting that out soon and we'll have another bed to plant in. The zinnias are super happy. The marigold is even happier. And then we've got our 100s tomatoes starting to ripen, which is good because there's a ton of them on this plant. Just an absolute ton. So that's exciting. This is my second big boy that's ripening. These two are ripening too. But this also has quite a few tomatoes on it. And my fig is super happy. She's got leaves all over. That's not a fig, that's a tomato. But she's growing up into this tomato. And she's already got a little fig on her. So I'm super excited. And she's all the way over here. I just harvested the chamomile, so it looks a little rough. And then the volunteer tomato that I think is aroma, to be 100% honest. Excuse me. She's up there and pretty happy. She could definitely be happier. I need to do some trellising on her. She's starting to get floppy. And then this is the lemongrass I didn't harvest, obviously. That has also been taken over by chamomile. This pot has like 2 or 3 chamomile plants in there now. And 2 parsnips that survived. I planted those forever ago. And they came up over the fall. I've got some onions and celery that's going to seed. I didn't realize they went to seed like this. It's super cute. Look at. And then the carrots that we're going to have to harvest soon, because I don't want those to go to seed. The echinacea has come back with a vengeance, and it looks like it might be starting to get flowers soon. So that'll be nice. The onion bed with the lemongrass I did harvest. See, this is why I'm going to sell those other ones. Look at all these. Look at all that. I cut it all down to the ground. And it's coming back with a vengeance. And then we've got the borage. Let me back up. We've got our 2 borage plants that are super happy. Look at how pretty these flowers are. Isn't that gorgeous? I've not tried eating them yet. I'm kind of scared because they're kind of pokey. Okay, now we're at our cayenne. This one I overwintered, and it's coming back pretty vigorously, which is exciting. And then this is the one that was producing all winter, and it's a little worse for wear, but it's started producing again. This is the last pepper of the second flush, but it's got flowers all over it, so I'm not going to cut it out yet. I'll wait until it's pretty obvious that it's not going to do anything else before I take it out completely. Oh, I'm sorry, my nose is driving me nuts. And then I've got 2 garlic. And honestly, I didn't think that these were going to make it, but they're doing really well. It may be my first, well, I'll show you the micro garlic I pulled out from the other bed, but this may be my first successful garlic, because I got micro garlic from the other one. And then I thought this was a cherry tomato, but I think it's actually these little tiny round peppers that I had planted forever ago and they didn't pop up, so I thought that they weren't viable, so I planted tomatoes in here, but I'm pretty sure this is a pepper. My strawberries are super happy. Well, 4 of the 5 are super happy. The 5th one, a cat keeps fucking it up. I don't think it's gonna survive. But I've got that guy. There's 2 in there. Focus. There we go. And 1 over there. And then I've got lettuce that is going to seed, which is good because I used the last of this lettuce seed for this planting. I could probably still harvest this one and this one and this one and have enough seeds out of this one plant for next year. Oh, and I could harvest that one and that baby one. It's actually a lot of lettuce I could harvest that year. And then the chili au bowl is coming back. It's got tons of flowers on it. Ow! I got stabbed by an eggplant. I finally got to try these peppers. I want to harvest some of them green. Hold on, let me lift up this branch since it's so heavy with them. because I'm not really a fan of red peppers. This one's pretty lush. It's got 5 on this side, and I already harvested 2 off this side. And then we've got another eggplant over here that is producing pretty well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the eggplants, but they don't get any bigger than this for me. And I don't know what the problem is. Then I have the cobra peppers over here. This plant, I only got 1 pepper off it last year. And now it has the most flowers on it this year. So I wonder if they're gonna take turns, which I'm fine with because those peppers are really hot. All right, let's move back over here. We have celery. This one's going to seed over here. Oh, you can't see anything. This one's going to seed over here. But there's a bunch of different celery plants in here. So this one's not going to seed. This one's not going to seed. But the one in the back is. And then this is the cobra pepper that gave me all the cobra peppers last year. And it's got a few flowers on it, but... Ooh, it's actually got a bunch of flowers on it. Sweet! We're gonna have a lot of cobra peppers. Hopefully my husband likes them. And then our big eggplant, which now only has tiny eggplants on it, and they're all going green. I don't know. I think I'm gonna harvest them all and start over. Maybe overwinter this one. I think maybe it got too stressed out because it's got a lot of spines on it. Okay, and this is where I harvested the micro garlic from. There were 2 garlic in here, and I'll show you those later. And then got these tomatoes. I haven't had a single one of these ripen yet, but we're getting there. And then the sunflower, which I am waiting for it to finish ripening its seeds. So it looks really sad right now, but the sunflower seeds are a hit commodity at my house, so might as well make use of it. And this tomato, all these tomatoes are going absolutely insane. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tomato type plants, and then 2 rooting suckers to put in the backyard, so we'll have 7 tomato plants. It's a lot. Okay, so here is the 5th tomato. I haven't had any ripen off of this one either. I think this one's a cherry tomato, but it's a volunteer, so I'm not 100% sure. And then the beets, I actually harvested 3 of the beets the day before yesterday and roasted them, and that was actually really good. All right, now we have our mammoth dill, which is going to flower. I'm probably going to harvest a few of these flowers from my pickle jar, but let the rest go to seed so we can have seed for next year. Let's squeeze past the dill and the tomatoes. Here we've got a bell pepper plant. It's still only got the 1 bell pepper on it. Oh, but look, there's flowers now. So hopefully we'll be getting more bell peppers. That's exciting. I'll have to harvest this one. This little guy. Alright. Oh, I harvested that volunteer potato. I got a whopping 1 fingerling potato. It was super tiny too. It was super anticlimactic, but it was still fun. And then I've got my black-eyed peas. This whole bag is black-eyed peas. It's taken over this trellis. 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 It's trying to take over this sign. But there's little pods all over the place, so that'll be fun to harvest. And then my Tabasco pepper is finally happy again. I don't know. I'll take that off, old pepper. I don't know what happened. What's different now? It must just be the season that it likes. But it went from all the leaves looking like this and super sad and angry to lush green again. So I'm going to go through and cut off all these old pepper stems. But I also have a bunch of volunteer Tabasco peppers. And the only pea that has survived. And then we have the Yukon Gold potato, which is in the I cut off a bunch of frost damage, and it's just not having it. So we're going to be harvesting those soon. Let's see. Ah! Let me try not to kill myself. Like on my hair. Okay. With the dill, we have more celery. I don't think any of it's going to seed yet. So we'll have celery for a while in here because it's nice and shaded from the dill. And we have the Brussels sprouts that have grown back, but they're still getting attacked by bugs. So still not going to get any Brussels sprouts. And it's past time anyway. I'm just seeing how far it'll go before I have to rip it out. And in the dill, you may see these little white flowers. That's cilantro that's gone to seed. So I'll get some coriander out of that. But that starts all the way over here. And it's snaked its way in between the celery into the dill. I don't know. Alright, that's the whole front yard. So give me just a second. We'll go look at the backyard. Alright, so in the 100-gallon, I still haven't patched up the holes the dog dug in. But we do have some survivors. This looks like some kind of mint. I still don't remember what all these things are. A lot of the onions survived. This looks like parsley. I don't remember planting parsley. Some kind of grass. Hopefully that is something I planted. Got some more little growth here. A few of the calendula survived. And the collards survived. Not that they're gonna get very big, because it's not their season. But that's okay. We've got that little guy, which I'm not sure that I planted. That's another part that sucks about him digging up the bed, is now I don't know if it's a weed or not. It could be a weed, but I don't know. And I won't know until it gets bigger. And then we've got a sunflower. That one dampened off. Those are mammoth sunflowers. And then I know those are hollyhocks. I only remember the things I planted in the back because they're the ones that get really big. And I wanted them to stay in the back where I'm not gonna have to fight with them. Let's see if our worms are here. Nope. I accidentally overwatered the worm bins, so they've been hiding from me. And then we still have the ones from the nursery. I've been sick, so I've not been out here to really take care of them. I've just been watering them and hoping for the best. We've got rosemary. We've got, I think this is spearmint? Peppermint. And then oregano. Look, this is how he got in the garden. Oh yeah, the newest development. The mesh. So the dog cannot kill my garden again. The artichoke that is heavily damaged by a dog is struggling to come back. I think this one's definitely happier than this one. But we'll see. Turnip greens, radishes. The roselle did not make it. It looks like I got a beet, but no roselle. So that's unfortunate. We'll have to replant that. And the asparagus survived. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 new spears. So that is exciting news. I was really worried about that. I thought he might have put us back a couple years on our asparagus. He killed all the carrots. And we've got the scallions. That are actually doing really well. This is my first year doing scallions, so this is kind of an experiment for me. I can't imagine it'd be much different than onions, but I've never had a successful onion harvest either, so there's that. Let's see. I cannot wait until I get this garden finished, to be honest. I've also got shade cloth that we'll be having to put up soon. Ooh, and I went to the store yesterday and I got out of my car and I looked and there were a bunch of little white cups that looked like they had little green things sticking out the top. Someone had harvested, they must have had a bunch of extra growth in their yard, but they had a bunch of little baby agave and I think it's elephant's breath. It's either elephant's breath or purslane. I'm not sure which one, because they look the same to me, and it's just a baby. It's like this big. But I'm super excited. They are currently quarantining in my kitchen because one of them for sure has eggs all over it, and I don't know what kind of eggs they are. So it's inside of a plastic container. So if they are bad bugs, I can kill them. And I don't have to worry about a fresh new bug infestation in my yard. I already deal with enough pests. I don't need any help. Alright, let's see. Ooh, I have to show you my micro garlic. Ooh, I'm also trying to grow a coconut and an avocado seed in the window. So I'll show you the volunteer plants as well. Or not volunteer, free plants. Well, I show off my coconut. Alright, let's get these tiny little garlics. I'm pretty sure I should be awarded world's smallest garlic. Look at how cute though. I think each has like 4 tiny little cloves in it. And I'm just letting them dry out. This one's almost done. But letting them dry out before letting them cure before I clean them up. Alright, and then let's go in the kitchen. One bad thing about having the tall drying rack is it blocks your kitchen window. Let's flip you around. Okay, so that's the one that's quarantined. Like quarantined. And that's the agave. And then this one, I'm not sure if it's elephant food or purslane. Their leaves look the same to me, so I guess we'll see if it flowers. And then my coconut that I'm waiting to sprout. And the avocado pit. Yay! I think that's all our plants. Oh, the kaffir is insane. I'm gonna have to take care of it today instead of tomorrow. Because it is done. Alright. No. Well, that's the whole garden, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like, share, subscribe. Be my friend. Talk to you later. Bye.